American Express offers some of the best credit cards for grocery spending. Today I'll be comparing and contrasting the two very similarly named and now very similarly looking cards, the Blue Cash Everyday and the Blue Cash Preferred. I actually made this comparison video 4 years ago, except back when the Blue Cash Everyday had different perks and looked a little bit different too. So now I'll be going over the refreshed BCE and the refresh BCP in this video. I have already done separate review videos for both of them, including the original design and features and also the refresh versions on my channel, so definitely check that out. So this video, hopefully this will help you decide which card you would need right now in 2023. So let's start out with what is the same. So both of them earn cashback in the form of reward dollars, which can be redeemed as statement credit back to your account. There's no way to redeem this as travel or anything else, even as a bank deposit. You're strictly limited to just statement credit at this time. They also feature the groceries category, but it does have a spending cap of $6,000 per year. Otherwise, it reduces back down to 1% cash back, and you do get 1% cash back on everything else that's not listed in the categories. And right now they do have some promotional credits like the $84 Disney bundle credit, a complimentary ShopRunner membership if you sign up. But these could vary over time, so I just kind of put this with an asterisk. They also both offer purchase protection. They are, of course, on the American Express network, so that is a plus and minus in its own ways. They both have foreign transaction fees, so you primarily want to just use this in the US. They both share the same application and website, which are very easy to use and has a lot of user-friendly features. And it also has free credit score viewing available in the app and also on the website. They both can be used with digital wallet, either Apple Pay, Google Pay, or other forms of digital wallet. They also both have contactless payment built into the cards. They're also both pretty easy to get accepted for. I personally was accepted at only 6 months of credit history for the BCE card, and then pretty shortly after I was able to get approved for the BCP card. Some insight tips I can give you to get accepted to AMEX cards in general is that AMEX doesn't really care about how many hard inquiries, but they do care about how many AMEX cards you apply within a 90-day window. So you can't get approved for more than 2 AMEX cards within that 90-day window. And there's also a once-in-a-lifetime sign-up bonus rule. So as long as you had a particular card in the past, you can't get their new sign-up bonus. So it's really important that you get the best and highest sign-up bonus at the time of application. So if you want the highest one, I'll leave my referral link down in the description, where they often have a much higher offer than what is on the public website. As I go through the differences in the category cashback of these two cards, I wanted to first kind of clarify the categories. So they both share the US grocery stores category with a cap of $6,000 to spend per calendar year, and then it drops down to 1%. This does not include warehouses like Costco or Sam's Club and superstores like Target or Walmart. So it's strictly just US grocery stores. As for the transit category, which is exclusive to the Blue Cash Preferred, this includes things like trains, taxi cabs, rideshare, ferries, tolls, parking, buses, and subways. So it's a pretty expansive category. Moving on to select streaming services in the US, exclusive to the Blue Cash Preferred. They have a nice consolidated list on Amex's website, which I link here and also in the description if you want to take a look. But all the major streaming services you can imagine, like Netflix, Spotify, those kind of things are included in the 6% category. And then as for US online retail, this is an interesting category specific to actually the Blue Cash Everyday, and these only apply to purchases that are made online or in an application, and merchants must be selling physical goods or merchandise directly to the customers to qualify. So that's kind of a very blanket definition of what constitutes a US online retail. So let's go ahead and talk about the differences between the two cards. Starting off with the cashback earning categories. So for the American Express BCP, it earns 6% back at US grocery stores, whereas it's 3% back for the BCE. And then for the BCP, it also has 6% back at those select US streaming services. Notice the grocery spending on both of the cards do have a $6,000 cap per calendar year. But interesting enough, there's no cap for the 3% back at US gas stations for the BCP, whereas there is a $6,000 per year cap for the BCE for the same category. The BCP also offers an additional 3% back on transit, again unlimited in that spend regard, but the BCE has that 3% back at US online retail stores, and that again does have a category cap of $6,000 per calendar year. The BCP in addition offers return protection, which is really useful if you need to make a return outside of the original retailer's return window, so you can still get reimbursed for that. The BCE doesn't offer such a service, but it doesn't have an annual fee like the Blue Cash Preferred, which is $95, but the first year may or may not be waived. As for the current promotional credits, the Blue Cash Preferred does have a $120 Equinox Plus credit, which is a fitness subscription, and then the BCE has a $180 Home Chef credit. They aren't a lump sum distribution, so I definitely take a look at AMEX's website for the offer details. Additionally, AMEX offers something called AMEX Offers, which are additional deals that you can earn cash back or statement credit on towards certain merchants or even merchant categories. As you can see, between the two cards that I own, I've redeemed different kinds of merchant offers, and it does add up over time. The offers used to vary a lot between the two different types of cards, but these days I found that they're very similar between the two. Maybe the BCP still has some more exclusive and higher end, more expensive type offers, but these days it's relatively the same. Now let's talk about value, because one of them definitely has an annual fee that you want to consider and one does not. So the first year, in terms of welcome bonus, the Blue Cash Everyday has usually a $200-$250 cash bonus after a certain amount of minimum spend. The Blue Cash Preferred usually is $250 to $300, but it does have that $95 annual fee. Sometimes it's waived, sometimes it's not for the first year. But then the second year and onwards, the Blue Cash Everyday will for sure always give you positive expected value since it has no annual fee. The Blue Cash Preferred is kind of a toss-up. Just looking at the grocery stores category, if you spend more than $3,167 a year, then it will always give you positive expected value over the Blue Cash Everyday, whereas it's going to give you negative expected value if you spend less than that $3,000 number at grocery stores. Of course, that's not factoring in the differences in other spending categories. We're just trying to do a like for like for the grocery spending category. That's kind of where you're at for year 2 and beyond. So in terms of maximizing your grocery cash back, if you have trouble spending that $3,167 every calendar year, what you can do theoretically is buy gift cards at the grocery stores so that you can use, that spend at other places other than grocery stores. But it's kind of a toss-up because some grocery stores are really strict about it and they don't let you use credit cards to buy gift cards, so I put a little asterisk on that. In general, you should get the Blue Cash Preferred first since it has a higher sign-up offer, and then you can product change it to the no annual fee Blue Cash Everyday card after the first year. And if you are a big family, a big grocery spender, you spend more than $6,000 at groceries a year, then you might as well also pick up the Citi Custom Cash, which is actually a no annual fee card that can earn 5% back on groceries, up to $500 to spend, however, per statement period. So it's a little bit tricky there, but it could make a lot of sense. So if you could only choose one card, you're not a super savvy cashback earner, you're just looking for one good dedicated grocery card, which one should you choose? Well, for the Blue Cash Preferred, it can definitely be a dedicated grocery card. It has a much better value year 1 than the Blue Cash Everyday. In addition, it has that 3% unlimited transportation category. If you use a lot of public transportation, this could be a better value for you. But you do need to maintain about $260 a month on groceries or $3,167 a calendar year to maximize and get positive expected value out of the BCP with that annual fee. On the flip side, the BCE can also be a dedicated grocery card for you if you don't want to fuss with, maintaining a certain dollar value of grocery spend. Additionally, you can probably get a lot of value out of that 3% online retail category in addition to your grocery spending. Plus, it has no annual fee. Both of these do get 3% back at gas, so that's kind of a moot point between the two. So in my opinion, you first should just get the Blue Cash Preferred for the first year, and then you can switch as needed, as I had mentioned earlier. So it's definitely a lot more difficult to make a direct comparison between the two cards due to the category differences now, but the BCP will always come out on top the first year if you just focus on groceries. It's just that decision whether or not to keep it as the BCP afterwards will depend on your actual personal spend. You can of course always product change it to the BCE, and you can also have multiple of them if you really want. But I would also recommend that you look into the Citi Custom Cash, again, a no annual fee card, and you can use it technically as a dedicated grocery card. But you just need to make sure you only spend $500 per statement period. But however you choose, I'll have all the links, including my referral link, down in the description for you all to check it out. If you want more details on the Citi Custom Cash, you can check out my review video on it, as well as my current cashback strategy where I maximize all of my spending using credit cards. Got over 16 of them now, so check out my video that I did on that also in the past. Otherwise, subscribe for more videos like this, and thanks for watching.